2. This is where we're going to mount, in this case PVC, this could be polyethylene, PE as well. We're going to mount this onto the tyre. So you want to first remove the valve. You don't have to, but you want to get rid of all the air possible. It's a lot easier if you just take the valve out. So if you haven't got a valve remover tool, get one. Okay, now the tyre's nice and pliable. Now you can see these tyres haven't got much tread on them, so that's a bonus. We're using 10mm wall thickness PVC with a 250mm overall diameter, or OD. It's the most common sort of stuff. So lay your PVC or your pipe down on the bench. You want to get rid of all that air while stuffing the tyre in. Now, at this point here, if you've got more tread, it might be harder than that. At that point here, if you can't stuff it in by hand, flip it over, get your tyre lever, and just lever it up. Now have a look at that. It looks like crap. It's because it's not centered. So you want to try and get that as centered as possible first before the valve goes in. The way I do it is just look for the way you want to go. So I need to move the whole wheel up this way, hand on each side, just move it. Now if you have your own stub axle lying around, you can use it. Otherwise, flip your tri-cup on its side, slide it on the axle, and you can get an idea of how far out it is. Don't worry too much, we need to get some air in there, and because we need to get all these folds out of the tyre, so just get rough enough for now. I'm going to put a valve back in. You want to get your compressed air. If you haven't got a compressor, it's going to be a long, slow process. But don't worry too much what it looks like, just pump a lot of air and get all those folds out. So there's 50 psi, it looks like all the folds have gone. It's going to wobble like that. So this is how we true it up. Right, get rid of some air. You don't need to get rid of all the air, but it's actually quicker just to take the valve out again. You can put the valve back in. Now this is where a tyre lever is the easiest way. Obviously we can see where it wants to go. Now if you haven't got a stub axle, which probably you won't have one, and you can't be bothered putting it back in your trike, you can just stick a screwdriver through and it'll give you a pretty good idea. So it's looking a lot better. just keep an eye on, line the tyre up, and it's generally, the tyre will give you a good idea, but not always. The tyre can be bulging, but it can still be pretty true. So that's looking quite good. Just want to see if it's sideways wobble. A little bit of up and down there. So we'll pump some more air in it and see what it looks like. If that's 30 psi, there should be heaps to hold this on, 30 to 40. Looks pretty good. It's pretty good, pretty close. You could muck around and get the last 5% out of it if you want, but you're not really going to feel that unless you're going over sort of 60, 70 k's an hour, so that's great. Next one. Right, thanks for tuning in to MadazzTv. Tune in for more tutorials in the future, and definitely we're going to do tip of the week every week, so tune in. Find us on Facebook. We're going to put the link to the new MadazzTv Facebook page. We'll put the link in the description. Look out for upcoming competitions where you can win some Madazz gear and stickers.